college takes years too long, costs tens of thousands of dollars too much, and also that you can get a job that's not even going to use like half or a quarter of the things that you learned in that degree? Stupid. Let's speed up the process. Here's how to graduate for $1,800 in 6 months. First, the fastest school you can graduate from is the University of Maine at Presque Isle. They charge $1,400 for an 8-week term in which you are able to earn credit for as many courses as you can get through. This is called competency-based education and is designed so that you can show you've learned something rather than just that you can sit in a class for a long time getting older. And some of my clients have knocked out over 30 credits in a single 8-week period at UMPI. Plus, they've got a lot of good degrees to choose from, including business, an easy-to-transfer liberal studies degree, and several others. We're also using UMPI because you only need to take 31 credits with them, and then you're able to transfer in the rest of your credits from things like CLEP, Sophia, or Study.com. If you don't know what those are, or you want to get the details on UMPI, I have created a free course for you that goes into much more detail on everything we're talking about today. It's a little bit long because it provides so much helpful free content, but I really recommend that you watch it after you watch this video. As a brief intro, CLEP, Sophia, and Study.com allow you to earn college credit quickly and inexpensively from third-party providers and then transfer them into your school. And we're talking inexpensive, like sometimes free, and quick, like sometimes college credit in a single day. UMPI's degrees, like most degrees, are made up of 3 different sections: general education, the major area, and free electives, and we need to figure out how to use that non-traditional alternative credit to fulfill those 3 sections' requirements. UMPI's general education curriculum consists of 22 learning objectives that you have to prove you know the information for. Those are things like written and oral communication, critical and creative thinking, quantitative and scientific reasoning, and so forth. But UMPI will let a single course apply to multiple requirements in many cases, and so if you know how to do this right, you can graduate with only 41 credits in the general education at UMPI. And you can do that with as few as 13 CLEPs, Sophia's, or Study.com courses. And to figure out which ones to take, you can either sign up for a consultation with my team at the link in the description, and we'll show you exactly how, or you can go to those services' equivalency pages into UMPI's website and cross-reference it to see which ones will fit into which requirements based on which courses you want to use to fulfill each requirement. But in general, a lot of the equivalencies are semi-common sense. If there is a math requirement, the college algebra Sophia is probably going to fit. Now let's look at a major area, and we're going to use UMPI's history degree as an example. You can see down here a list of the history concentration requirements, and they say they require 48 credit hours, but if you pick some of the right courses in your general education, some of these will already have been taken care of, so you can get this down to as few as only 39 credit hours. Those extra 9 hours then go into your free elective section, which makes that bigger, which means you can choose more of the quickest Sophia courses to fulfill those slots with. Now, of course, you are still going to have to take 30 credits in the major area from UMPI. So, let's just say you take 10 of these. That's going to mean you still need to get 3 more from CLEP or Sophia, and I can guarantee you that's going to be a very easy thing to do. Finally, we've got the free electives, and because we've already earned 80 credits in this degree and we need 120 to graduate, that means we're going to need 40 credits of free elective. And for this, I just recommend using the easiest Sophia courses you can find, particularly ones without touchstones, which are like essays that take forever to get graded. And you can, of course, go and look up what the easiest ones are in a video that I have about it, which I've included in the free course that I have linked up here. Fill this free elective section up with Sophia courses and CLEP exams. Of course, when you study for the CLEP exam, also use the resources that I mentioned in a video in the course, because you can get those completely paid for you, so you spend nothing for a single CLEP test. Now, I will remind you that you need to be careful about investigating where your CLEP, Sophia's, and Study.com courses are going to transfer into your degree, because if you're not careful and you end up doubling up, or you take a course that you thought would fit into your general education but doesn't, then it has to go to your free electives, and pretty soon your free elective section gets too big, but you still have to do the requirements in the general education in the major area, and so then you might end up earning more than 120 credit hours, which means you're spending more time and more money than you need to. For example, UMPI claims to accept the humanities CLEP as a general elective credit, and so you might see that and think, oh, it'll fit in my general education somewhere, but that's not what it means. It just means it's a general elective, which means it's going to go into your free electives, and it's just going to take up space down there, which means you go slower and spend more money. So then, How do we get all of this done in 6 months for under $1,800? If you work on your Sophia courses very hard, you can for sure get enough of the ones that you need done in 2 months, which will cost you under $200. You spent $0 on your CLEP exams over the course of 1 month because you used the study resources I mentioned in the course. And if you planned right, you minimized the number of study.com courses that you took, probably kept that to just 2, and you finished those in 1 month at study.com as well. And since you used the discount code I have in the description down below, that only cost you $140. So far, you have earned basically 90 credits. You've spent $340, and it's only been 4 months. Let's just throw $50 on there for Peterson Practice CLEP tests, which I highly recommend. Talk about them more in the course as well. And that brings your cost up to just under $400. Once you've done all of that, it's time to enroll at UMPI and to earn the final 31 credits. It's normal to take 3 to 4 terms to knock out 31 credits at UMPI, but we've had clients and viewers knock that number and more out in under 8 weeks. And you can actually see interviews with some of those people up here. And doing so is a matter of making sure that you're always working on something. Once you submit a final project in one course, it's time to start working through the homework of the other course. While you're waiting for that project to get graded, you go back and revise this project, submit it, and then start working on the next course. That, and make sure that you're paying attention to the rubrics just as much as to the instructions of the final projects, because the rubrics are how you get graded, and at UMPI, you have to perform at least a B level to pass. And if you stay steady and keep pushing forward, you could finish up those 31 credits in a single term, which again costs $1,400. So at the end, we've got 2 months of Sophia, we've got a month of CLEP, a month of study.com, and 2 months of UMPI, which adds up for a total cost of just under $1,800. The average online college degree, guys, costs $51,000 and takes 4 to 6 years to knock out, but only like a third of people graduate anyway. So if you can go knock this out in the next 6 months, you are beating the odds by miles and miles and miles. You've got this, but if you want to ensure success and make the process smoother, sign up for a consultation with my team at the link in the description. We'd love to help you graduate quickly and inexpensively so you can build a career that you love. And I guarantee that the money you'll save with us will more than make up for the cost of the consult itself. So we would love to help you. Thanks for watching, and happy hacking.